You think that porn makes you love real women, but the reality is that it makes you actually hate them. If you don't know me, my name is Krishna. I'm someone who quit his porn addiction after many, many years of struggling with it. And I'm teaching the lessons that I personally learned along the way. And I make these videos so that you can quit too, and you don't have to suffer as much as I did. And so one of the really messed up things that porn does is that it trains your brain to see other women as not human beings, not like regular, normal people with their own flaws, their own issues, you don't like see them as humans almost. You see them as just tools for your own pleasure, for your own personal gain. And the thing is, the environment and the reality that the people who are filming this pornographic content, the reality is that the women that you see there are not at all an accurate representation of what they're like in real life. They're not at all like that. And the thing is that when real women don't meet your fantasy, you feel frustrated, you feel angry, you might even feel just like a little bit resentful towards them. And that's not attraction at all, right? That's just hate disguised as attraction. And so this is like, porn is just like, it's messed up in and of itself to be watching that type of content. But this is one of the things that not many people really want to talk about, because it's like, it's really uncomfortable, right? It's like, it doesn't just warp your view of yourself, it warps your view of really just other people in general. And so for me, I remember being like in middle school, even like early parts of high school, and I would be constantly comparing myself to, well, not comparing myself, I'd be constantly comparing the women that I was seeing to the women in the videos that I used to watch. That's just messed up at the end of the day. It's like, oh, she hasn't got like she doesn't have as big of an ass as this girl. It's, dude, really? That's all you're gonna see? This is me speaking to my younger self, right? That's all you see these women as? Really? You don't even see them as humans. You see them as objects to fulfill your own desire. That's it. That's all you see them as when you watch this type of content. And so the thing is that porn, it made me kind of entitled, I'm not gonna lie. It breeds a subtle entitlement into everybody that watches it, right? They think that, oh yeah, they're entitled to this pleasure. They're entitled to, having the woman who looks like perfect, right? But the reality is that we're all flawed. Every single one of us is flawed. I'm flawed, you're flawed. Even the people who shoot that type of content, even the woman that you see in the last porn video that you watched, even she's flawed, right? Because fundamentally, what type of person do you have to be in order to make that kind of content? There's gotta be, I'm sorry, but there's gotta be something a little bit wrong with you, right? There's gotta be something in you that's not right. And so when you're sitting there, right, on your chair, in the bathroom, whatever, you got your phone in your hand, and you're watching this type of content, and you're jerking off to it like a little monkey, you think, okay, these people, this woman is here to fulfill my desire, right? It's selfish. It's inherently egotistical to think that way. And listen, I understand, right? I kind of understand it because I've been through it, right? I've been through the exact same thing. But the thing is that you start craving control, right? You don't crave a real connection from other people anymore. You start craving the control that you want to have, right? And it becomes a transactional relationship. And that's not connection at all, right? That's not connection. And the thing is that for me, when the women that I was seeing in real life didn't meet these, quite frankly, just unrealistic standards. They are unrealistic standards, right? To be perfect in every single way, because it's literally impossible. Nobody on this planet is perfect. That doesn't mean that we can't still improve, though. But I'm saying that it creates resentment because you think, oh yeah, this person's not good enough. Oh yeah, this person's not, it's not attractive enough. Right? But you're not seeing a person, you're just seeing an object for your own personal gain. That's what you're seeing them as. They're not like that, bro. And so the thing is that the more you consume, the more porn you watch, the more you consume this type of content, the less you begin to empathize with these women, right? Because the thing is that they're all insecure. You gotta understand, it's, if you've ever talked to a really attractive woman, you think, okay, what's going on inside their head? And you ask them this type of stuff. They're insecure. They're insecure about the way they look, they're insecure about the way they feel, they're insecure about the way they're perceived by other women, by other dudes, right? They want to be attractive to other dudes, they want to be like slightly envied by other women. And so they're not perfect. Literally nobody is perfect. Male or female, nobody's perfect on this planet, right? And so when you watch porn, it completely just warps your worldview of how people are in general. And so your actionable step for this video is, next time you catch yourself objectifying somebody else, I want you to just say, I want you to remember the fact that that person, that woman that you're seeing, is someone's daughter, is somebody's sister. Hell, they could even be potentially somebody's mother, right? You never know. And you gotta understand, they're human beings. I know this is a basic thing that we all fundamentally should understand. But a lot of guys who watch porn, they don't understand it, right? They go to school, you know, you see the women in your high school and you're like, oh, but she's not as attractive as this woman that I saw earlier in this one random video that I watched. Really? You're really gonna live your whole life thinking that? Thinking that type of way about every single woman that you walk past? Without even realizing that the love that you feel for other people is saying, hey, I see all your flaws, I see the ways in which you might fall short, and I still love you anyway. Right? There's something beautiful to that. There's a certain beauty to that. Porn takes that away. If you find that these free videos are helpful for you, and you want to learn the actual step-by-step system that I use to quit porn, then you can click the link in the description down below if you just want to check it out. I hope this video helps you, brother. Take care.